So that's what I got so far. I was going to dip the fork into some brown sugar. And I was going to make the, the classic peanut butter design. That makes sense, the little crisscrosses. But I was putting brown sugar on top for a little bit of extra flavoring. I might just sprinkle it on there because it's not really staying with the fork. Alright, a little bit, not a whole lot, just enough to be like, oh, what's on here? This tastes good, Dark chocolate chips. They're pretty big too, so I think I'm just going to put like 4 in each. And see what happens. These are the cute little cookies. So they're going to go in the oven in just a little bit. It's still preheating. And we'll go from there. Okay, so I just put the cookies in the oven. They're supposed to take 8 minutes. So we'll see what happens. I decided to also chop up some Hershey bar and use that for the next batch that's going in. Let's see how that tastes. Kind of like a chocolate chunk peanut butter cookie, I guess. Well, those are baking. Let's talk about books. I've been wanting to talk about books for a long time. I'm getting back into reading again. Really enjoying it. Look at all these books. I really am enjoying reading again. I just always felt like sometimes I didn't have the time and the space to do so. And I'm starting to get more time to read, and it feels good, and I really enjoy it. So I'm getting back to reading the Bible more. Right now I'm kind of reading, I just read Luke through chapter 3. And I was going to go through Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John and read each chapter 3 and just see how it's different, because it's interesting because some of them, they don't talk about certain things. Like Luke doesn't mention the wise men coming, but it looks like Matthew does. But anyway, it's just kind of interesting. So I'm just kind of getting a pre-start on the Christmas story. And then this is the big book I'm reading. I was actually just able to renew it from my library till the 22nd of December, which is good because I'm not done with it. It is a 643 page book, which I don't usually read books that big. And I am on page 472. So I'm about 70% through it. I'm really enjoying it. As you can see, that's how much I've read here. And I just have a little bit left right here. There's the bookmark. So yeah, this is an amazing series. I recommend it. It's called the Tunnel series. This is the second book of the Tunnel series. And I think there's six books in the series. It is just an incredible story if you want to go on an adventure. This is definitely an adventure. And this book is a lot darker than the first book, but it's really good. Really, really good. And so I like losing myself in that. I haven't dove into this yet. I'm going to sink my teeth into that soon. Got the newest Beastars. Super excited. This is number 15. I just really love this series so much. I found it one day at the comic store, and I was like, I saw Legoshi on it, the wolf, not him, but I was like, oh wow, this looks interesting. And then I was like, how interesting could it be? So I bought one, and it kept my attention, so I've been buying them. And then I found out there was an anime on Netflix, and they did a really good job with the anime. So I think they have 2 seasons, 2 or 3 seasons of that. But this is a really good manga. And then Yugo had bought me this manga to surprise me because I was kind of down one day, and it's really cute and it was really sweet of him. Look at it. It's a whole series of stories. Ultimate Manga Collection of Zero's Journey, the Nightmare for Christmas. So this would be a great thing to read for Christmas. So after I'm done reading deeper, I'm gonna dive into this. Probably dive into this because I can read this in like a day. But this is gonna take a while, and I just really want to read it and have a cute, happy, Christmassy thing to read. And then I bought this a while ago because I wanted to get, I've never had a copy of Frankenstein before, and I thought it was fun, and I like the cover, and I love all of the books they have at Barnes & Noble that have all the classic covers. They used to have like really big versions of them. I have some of them on my shelf back there, like Poe and Penny Dreadful and Ghost Stories and stuff like that. But this one is a soft cover, like a paperback soft cover. And yeah, someday I'm gonna dig into it and start reading it, because I've never actually read the full story of Frankenstein. Anyway, I think the cookies are ready, so let's go see. 45 seconds on that. I don't think they're ready yet. They say, the timer says they're ready, but they still seem kind of doughy to me. Now they're looking done, so pull them out. Look at that. They look nice. They look pretty. Gonna let them cool before I put them on the rack so that they don't fall apart. Here's my second batch that's about ready to go in. I added a little bit more sugar because those were decent, but they're not sweet enough. And I put the brown sugar again, and then I put a little bit of the Hershey's in there. So let's see how, that one looks like a smiley face. Let's see how these turn out. Actually they took 10 minutes, not 8, so I'm going to put 10 on the clock, 8. Check it after 10. Go weather today. As you can see, the windows are soaked. It's raining like crazy outside. I really wanted to go on a walk today. My plants are doing nicely though. See, this one is my orchid. It's got like grew brand new green stems on it. And it's got some buds on there, so it's gonna bloom sometime within the next month or two, maybe less, maybe a few weeks. The baby one is kind of, I think it's starting to get a little greener. And then this is the plant my neighbor gave me. It started out as a little tiny plant. It's just growing really nicely, but I think I need to get in a bigger pot eventually. Yeah. Oh, and then I got my poor little succulents down here in the corner. I feel like they need more dirt. Maybe I'll get more dirt, but they need some love. I don't know if I showed you guys these. Not that it matters, but these are my new slippers, and they're really nice. Got them at Walmart. They have a strap on the back, so they're like slip-on, and they're just really comfy, almost like shoes. So I went back to the foot doctor, and I'm getting custom orthotics for my shoes. And he looked at everything, and he said everything looks good because I don't have pain anymore. And I'm not having that burning sensation in my shin. That I'm going to be able to not have to do physical therapy, which is good. But I have to keep wearing an ankle brace for a while and get the custom orthotics, so wear it for a little while until I get used to it. And then after that, I can just kind of wear it as needed. But it has really cut down on the swelling, because my legs, this leg would swell all the time, and it's not swelling anymore, so yay. So here's a finished product. I have 3 different kinds. This is the original cookie. And then this is where I added sugar, more sugar, and then I added the, what do you call these things? The Hershey's. And this is the third one where, I don't know, it might taste the same as the second one, but I tried to just add more brown sugar and just make an extra flavor to it. They're alright. They're not like fantastic, but they're okay. So I'm going to share some with my mom and my sister. I'm going to have a cup of tea. I'm going to sit down and find some kind of Christmas show to watch because I'm not feeling very good. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this little baking adventure. And I will see you later. So now I am making biscuits. Ran out of bread, except for my bread. I mean, I like this dark bread, you know, but for Dragon and Hugo, they like the white bread, so I made biscuits. And biscuits are kind of dear to me because it's a tradition. Not really a tradition, but something my family made a lot because I grew up without a lot of money. And we, like, when we ran out of food or we ran out of bread, we would make biscuits, assuming we had the ingredients. And it was just a really fun time. I had a lot of good memories doing it. I used to not only make the round biscuits, but we would make biscuits that were like different characters or shapes and things. Kind of like playing with Play-Doh, but it was biscuit dough. We just had a lot of fun doing it. And they were always super yummy afterwards. So I hope these turned out okay. The recipe called for whole milk or buttermilk, which I don't have because we don't drink whole milk. Well, I don't drink it because I have to have almond milk, but Dragon drinks 1%. And so that's all I had. So hopefully they turned out okay. They look good. I'll show them to you in a bit. Right now, I am making cinnamon rolls. I mean, the kind of cinnamon rolls that I know how to make out of biscuit dough. So I hope they turn out good too. So I guess I can show you my process. actually look pretty darn good this time. I put way more cinnamon than I usually do, and hopefully Hugo likes them because he's a big cinnamon roll person. Actually, I have frosting to put on this time. Go. Wow, look at that. Check them for a second. I think they could go for like just a few more minutes. Okay. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised and impressed with myself of how good these look. And taste is another thing, so we'll see about that in a little while. But I think Yuo will be pleased because he likes tons of icing on his frosting. So what I used for the icing was what do you call that? Just some Pillsbury vanilla frosting that I melted in the microwave. And I think they look pretty darn good. Oh, these were the biscuits. We just ate some of these for breakfast. And they are really good. A little dry, but they're still good. So is it a good cinnamon roll? It's kid approved.
I got a pizza. I got a bagel too. And here's my milk. And the milk cup, look at it. It has fizz on it. And here's my napkin.
So I did a little more decorating. Made paper chains. It looks black, but it's blue and white. And then red and green with white ones. Might do one across here.
And to bed. Speaking of and the bed. No, and to bed.